Testing 1, 2. Are we recording? Yes. What's up, guys? Mark back with another video. Today, I'm going to be doing a little bit of pissing and moaning. So as you can probably tell from the title, I'm questioning whether or not Sony has abandoned the APS-C line of their cameras. This is the Sony a6000. I've now owned this camera for roughly 4 or 5 years now. This is one of the smallest, lightest, and compactest cameras on the market as far as interchangeable cameras go. Roughly about 8 months ago, I sold most of my Sony branded lenses. And that wasn't necessarily because I thought they were not any good or that they weren't awesome. I just know that there are better options out there. Hence the reason I eventually ended up buying the Fuji X-T3 and several of their lenses. Now, I was a Sony shooter for roughly 3 years or so, and 4 years. I love Sony because of this fact, because of their super duper lightweight and compactness. That is a huge deal for me. I travel a lot. I hike and camp and go places a lot. And I want to be able to stay as relatively lightweight as I possibly can. So if that's important to you, then you'll probably also appreciate this rant. We have been basically waiting for more Sony branded lenses to be developed for the Sony APS-C line of cameras for quite some time now. Now, I did manage to keep 2 lenses for my Sony a6000 and a6300, and both of them are not Sony lenses. Both of them are Sigma lenses. Along with the 19mm, I also kept the 30mm Sigma contemporary lens. Most of you all that have actually tried this lens out, and you know just how awesome this lens really is. But recently I started going through Sony's website, and they've got a really nice website as far as their lenses are concerned about, you know, what they have, what they offer. Most of those lenses, damn near every single one of them, have a beginning aperture of 3.5. Granted, they do have a few that start at 2.8, but they don't really have many in the way of super fast glass, and they never have. Some of us have been waiting for refreshes on some of those focal ranges that are really, really important to us. There are, believe it or not, some of us that absolutely love shooting APS-C. Once you move up from APS-C, you start getting into much larger, much heavier lenses and glass. And that's just not an option for someone that wants to stay as light as possible. Now, I know that I have talked about this kind of thing similarly in the past, but the thing of it is that I know that really decent, really amazing glass is now possible because Fuji is doing it on a damn near day-to-day basis. Granted, all they make is APS-C. I know now that really beautiful, really gorgeous, really amazing rendering lenses like the Fuji lenses are possible. So I don't think that it's a lack of technology or a lack of innovation. I think it's mainly the fact that Sony doesn't really care about their APS-C shooters, which is unfortunate because a lot of us bought these cameras. A lot of us bought the a6000, the a6300, the a6500 because of this form factor. This is a ridiculously portable form factor, but it seems recently that all Sony has focused on is their full frame lineup, which I understand. A lot of people want to shoot full frame. A lot of people think that it's better and that it's more professional to carry, you know, the full frame glass, but you know, there are a lot of us that don't. There are plenty of photographers out there that are making extremely good living off of APS-C. Absolutely no reason to ignore us just because you think you can make more money on the full frame glass Sony. Now, I know that there are third-party manufacturers that have made faster glass for the Sony system, including Zeiss, including Sigma, including Lens Baby, and a few unknown, you know, lens manufacturers out of China. But what we're looking for, I think, is good quality, high quality, APS-C glass, just like the Fujifilm line has, made in Japan with excellent build quality, excellent features. I don't really think that we want to be the redheaded stepchildren of all that A7 Mark III, A7R, A7S line of cameras. I mean, we're consumers too. We just want the smaller form factor. And because we now know that it's possible to make really good glass for these smaller cameras, I really see it more so as we just don't care. And that's sad. As I said before, Sony does have a few speedy lenses in their E-mount lineup. The 16mm is an f2.8. I have done a review on that lens before. I'm not a fan whatsoever, and I also compared that one to the other pancake lens. They have the 20mm. I'll leave the link to that review up there if you would like to watch it. But almost everything else, they're 18-55, they're 16-50, they're 18-110 f4. I mean, they're all starting at like 3.5 to 5.6, the zooms. The 18-110mm is an f4 through the entire focal range. But I mean, you're looking at $3,500 for that lens.
Stop! No! Just stop it!
Go to any of their other zooms, the 18-200, the power zoom 18-200, all of them 3.5 to 6.3. My main gripe here is, where is the more high quality glass? I don't think that we should be looked at as lesser than the full frame lineup photographers just because we want to stay smaller and lighter and more compact. I have several on my wish list that I wish that Sony would create. I wish that they would make some of these new lenses. I wish they would refresh some of the old lenses, make them with better quality materials, make them into something that we would be proud to carry around. Some of these things, they just don't feel as good as I know that they can now that I've been using this Fuji system. I love the Fuji system, but it is still much, much larger than this. This is way less ergonomic than my Fujifilm X-T2, but I would much, much prefer to be carrying this out in the field than that. So that's all I've got for you guys today. I would actually like to know which lenses you would want to see refreshed. That's the only way we're ever gonna get Sony's attention, is if us APS-C shooters are actually voicing our opinions, if we're actually speaking out and saying something about it. So I'd like to know which lenses you would like to see in Sony's E-mount lineup, if you would prefer to see a refresh or you want to see something completely different that they haven't thought up yet or they haven't put on the market yet. I'd like to hear those. Just drop those down in the comment section below. I will see you guys again on the next one. Peace.